It's June 28, 2018. We're at Gold Coast Airport just waiting to wing our way to Malaysia for a 10-day holiday.
Makan time.
Not everything's gone to plan. What happened just before we left, love?
Got flooded, water everywhere from the sink upstairs, overflow.
Yep. The sink got blocked just before we were about to leave, so most of the bottom area was flooded. You get all the towels out, 10 towels, mop up all the mess. Perfect timing just as we're about to leave. So where are we going, love?
Going to Kuala Lumpur tomorrow. Saif has a singing contest. We are early, maybe we can go and watch to support him to be the region, I think, compete at the school region. I'm not sure, but I have to find out from Nadia.
Then after KL we're going down to Muar, and then after Muar we're heading up to Malacca for 2 nights, back to KL for dinner with Intan and Anwar.
And maybe Susanna Issa might join us with Ken and Adam.
And then we're going to...
Ululangan. Is it? Ululangan, yeah, waterfall.
We're going to the waterfall, hopefully climb the hill if it's open. Then back to KL, a couple of nights there, a bit of shopping. Then staying at Adi Bars before we come home.
Yep.
10 days. Looking forward to it.
Bye.
Yeah, we fly in about an hour. Happy days for Bill, he just got a new phone today.
Tell him.
What was it, Bill? What'd you buy? 128 gig iPhone 5S, 7 Plus.
Better than mine.
Better than Mum's. 8:30 PM, so close enough. So to get on the big bird. And at 3 o'clock in the morning we arrived in KLIA 2. And this big unit arriving. Feeling tired, last off the plane. Billy Boy and Harris, second last. Hey Harry Potter. And this is a 3-bedroom apartment we're staying in KL, O Boutique. 2 nights here. There's Mum. Checking any Facebook messages. And the lads. It's first bedroom, second bedroom. And the 3rd bedroom with an ensuite. Complete with a lounge. TV. And Friday night we're having dinner with the Wellies. It's about 40 of us, and if we don't like the food then we can always wander down the end of the street to the KFC. I don't think so. We're in the restaurant having what they call a shell out. Tables are covered with plastic and the food's just emptied on the table. Eat straight from the table. This is part of our family in Malaysia. Tina opposite. There's Boy. Lan, Yasri. So the food's empty on plastic covered tables and people eat just straight from the Can you have some of that, Harris? Go around. Kids won't eat much. about 20 of them. Saturday morning after visiting Grandpa's grave, now coming for a bit of makan. Jamal Muhammad, Nim's favourite restaurant. Restaurants in Australia would love to be as full of this. Hardly a seat available. There's my boys taking a photo of me. Harry Potter. Yasri, Muhammad, Mum. So we're having roti, fried chicken and juice. To visit the graves, we stopped off at Sunway Pyramid Shopping Centre. And here's some video game characters. And the World Cup in the background. Video game. Sunday morning, left KL, our hotel, about 9:10. And now 11:15, we're not too far from Muar. Just stopping to get some fruit. Take to our lorries at Muar. We just spent 2 hours on an expressway, could have been anywhere in the world. Now we've finally got in the back roads and had a look at some of the real Malaysia, which is what we come here for. Just going to visit this warung. Some durian everywhere. And pineapples. Some big suckers there, more durian. Some lychees. Watermelon, even got taro. So we've got some mangosteen here. Tomatoes hanging there. And I'm going to buy some taro.
That's the I want you to take the photo of the
Padang. So just after 11:30 we've arrived in Muar after leaving KL at 9:10. Now stopped for some makan, and who should we run into but Sham. Good friend of ours did Mum's makeup at our wedding. So this is the river that passes by Muar, and recreational area right next to it. Moving around to the eateries, and that's where we are, somewhere in there. And Zaki's going to hook into the roja. Thanks, Bill. Harris has already got his nose bag on. Couldn't wait. 3 hours since we last ate. And Nim's on to the rice with Sham. Just after 12:30 we arrived at Azmi's place out in the country. So we're about 10 k's out of Muar. We're staying here the night. Sunday night we've left Azmi's and we're heading off to have dinner with Nim's friends, her classmates from Muar. One of them is a school teacher, I'll still talk to her. And we're having dinner in this container here. Converted container. Number 9, overlooking the river. There's my lads upstairs. Ready to eat. Right on the river passing Muar. There's my 9A's. Ducks of his form. Just got the results a couple of days ago. Surprising. And here, this is the restaurant, converted container with the kitchen at the end. What do you got there, Zach? Apple juice and Harris got Milo ice.
We are going to Nepal until 12 o'clock. They close at 12.
Nasi, ada lagi 4 cents, right?
We have a meeting.
It's Monday morning. It's durian season, so we've got Boy here, just got some 8 durians from the tree in this property, Azmi's property. Mummy having start to a breakfast. Some durian. 8 o'clock in the morning, we're just going to leave Azmi's place, go to Waterfall, then to another relative on our way to Malacca.
Ini nak pergi breakfast lah. Kat mana yang sedap depan bas?
Downtown Muar.
What happened there?
I got sabotaged.
Sabotage by the chair.
This is the Muar Bridge, which goes across Muar River, and this bridge takes you back towards KL. After about an hour's drive outside of Muar, we've come to Waterfall. Ledon, I think it's called. And Nim's gone to pay the 7 ringgit, just a couple of dollars for the entry. Not too many here. And the entry to the waterfall. Okay, I'm not taking a photo.
That's on film.
Huh? Brown.
Some of the cottages, the entrance to the waterfall. Here's the entrance to the waterfall.
What is the...
Popular place this, people streaming in like ants. About 20 minutes drive from the waterfall. We're at Nim's 90s, I think. Just off a highway here. And inside the house it's like a museum with all this old stuff. Old cameras, old pots, old photos. Some more of the museum.
Sebab betul juga moji. Kita tak pandai cakap Melayu. Lepas tu kita tunggu. Lepas tu tak ada orang advance apa. Marah lah dia.
Old plates. Plenty of old photos because he was a seaman. Old stamps here. All the old kerosene lamps here on the ceiling. A little private museum.
Croatia baru sempat menundukkan Denmark 3-2 juga menerusi penentuan serta penalti kedua-duanya sebelum
sibuk nak suruh every morning bawa lah pergi ke sekolah kan.
No, don't.
Saturday Sunday lah dia orang kerja.
Dia tak turun cakap Melayu anak mu.
Big traditional old Malay kitchen, gas burners. It's in now Nim's auntie's place. And this is where we're spending 2 nights in Malacca, on the 10th floor overlooking the swimming pool. These are called the Atlantis Residence, Malacca, and only $50 a night, $100 for the 2 nights. There we are, ready to go out for dinner. Now, after driving around following Mummy and getting lost and then finally catching up with him, about 15 minutes later we ended up with this ship. Now just about a few kilometres away from our hotel, this canal. Gonna be looking over the canal, but we got him lined up with this big cannon here. Saki's going to let it off in a minute. And clear out that pub across the way there. Old Sid's pub. Means the city of Malacca. Some more of the canal and river cruises. Reminds me of many other parts of the world with similar things, like in Shanghai and also in Thailand. Now we're coming to the famous Yonka Walk, Malacca. Really talented man doing these drawings.
How many do you want?
Show that one.
Kalau beli satu colour satu jam putih dapat 25 lah.
Just bought some drawings. This is the artist who did them. What's your name?
Sazali.
Sazali.
Yeah, can call me Lee Malacca.
Lee Malacca.
Lee Malacca. Ada Facebook je. Can follow me.
Okay. And that costs 50 ringgit, which is not sure, less than 20 bucks. Okay, this is a clever idea. Curry inside a bun. So there's the buns there. Curry inside that. Costs 25 ringgit, which is around $8. Now to put this into perspective, Australia was settled in the 18th centuries, 1788. Malacca was the centre of the Malay Sultanate in the 15th century, which was 300 years earlier. It was settled by the Portuguese, and then later settled by the Dutch, and then finally by the British, who ruled over it from 1795 to 1818. So the area that we just looked at with the canal was part of the Malacca port. So I assume this is one of a replica of the old Dutch or Portuguese ships that used to use Malacca as their port. You can just imagine bouncing around the ocean, one of these. Very colourful trishaws. And right up to the top. Zach wants to go on, but can't find anyone to go with him. And here it is down the bottom. So it's dinner time and time to have some authentic Malaysian food. So where do we go? Macca's. Here they are filling their faces in Macca's. Yeah, it's all on camera caught. Authentic Malay food. My boys need to go to the toilet. Red eye footpath. There's Nimrod amongst all of the trishaws. View from our apartment. It's Tuesday 3rd of July 2018 and we're at Kampung Moten, which is a World Heritage Listing Site, UNESCO. These are the old style Malay houses that are being preserved by the government and the original inhabitants still living there. This is to preserve the architecture of yesterday, and it's right on the canal which links with the Malacca harbour. This canal is just across the road from where the kampong is. Some of the houses are now used for homestay. Stay in a traditional Malaysian house, Malay style. This is prime real estate in the middle of Malacca, but obviously being preserved by UNESCO. living museum, and the original inhabitants are still living in these houses right in the centre of Malacca. Traditional Malay bungalow. Yes, Harris entering a traditional Malay bungalow, villa. Now lunchtime, off to an Indian restaurant. I think we've got a choice, Indian, Chinese, Malay. This is one of the smallest monorails I think I've ever seen. So, Bill ordered Maggi noodles and I ordered mee goreng. Costs about $1.50 a plate. Boys. Just after 2:30, picked up our washing, been done. Now we're visiting the old jail museum. The old jail museum, Malacca jail. And across the road from the jail is the police station, with accompanying colour-coded, colour-matched apartments where the staff lives. We've locked up Harris. What are you smiling about? You've been locked up. Inside one of the cells, Malacca jail. On the outside, number of cells in this block, probably just over a dozen. Harry said he wants to have a bath.
Hey, Sharon.
Hey boys, don't drop the soap. The exercise yard of the old prison. And the courthouse. So and the big vats in the kitchen. And some exhibits showing the food they used to eat. Exaggerated, I think. Bananas and melons. There's Bill. And this is a model of the actual jail. Very big jail.
Jellicoe Island is also known as Alcatraz of Malaysia.
It's the assembly point. In case of a fire or riot or an escape. Watchtower up there. There was a prison for women as well as men. And who'd have thought that have beautiful waterfall here and water feature, pond. Finally caught this evil criminal at 4 o'clock, and my 3 boys with the 2X chromosomes now have to go shopping. Have to get the shopping fix every day. So we're going to Mahota Parade. I left the hotel about 9 o'clock this morning. Tuesday morning I think it is. Could be Wednesday. And driving through Sungai Udang and then realised that a relative lived here. So she's come to meet us at the restaurant. Kita makan here. Here's Harris using his Malaysian half of his heritage. On you, Harris. Good Malay boy.
Yep.
And Zachy and his fried chicken. Mum was with her fried fish.
Nasi.
Omri with his fish. And noisy Bill down the end here. Always making a racket. This is a warung what we're eating, typical Malaysian warung. On the way to Port Dickson. So after breakfast we drive along the coastline up to Port Dickson. Follow this road, probably for about 20 kilometres following the beachfront. Approximately 11:30 arrived at Port Dickson. Some of the resorts in the distance there. Now travelling through a typical Malay town. It's part of Port Dickson on the way to Seremban.
Let's come to Malaysia.
So after driving around circles and retracing our steps and going to Seremban 1 when we should be Seremban 2, we finally found the house behind this fence here.
Sesame. Nice house. Walk, don't stop. You come in. Come in. Boy. Memangnya Wati. Ada banner lagi ha. Look at the banners. Your birthday. Yang keberapa lah?
And here's Wati.
59.
Wati on
So
the birthday
I
poster.
didn't know it was a surprise birthday and they make all this. Tak tahu kat mana nak bubur. Rumah ni kan kecil, nampak je. So it balik-balik letak kat sini. It's been here ever since.
So Wati's prepared a beautiful lunch here for us.
So okay.
Oh, is it? Hey, don't ruin auntie. Come.
Really nice place.
Kena buat bubur kemudian. See? I was like, can I do it in like 2 hours?
After a little bit of confusion about which was the right house, we've come to Oja's house in Seremban, only about 10 minutes drive away from Wati. This is a swimming pool at the Zenith Apartments. It's Friday afternoon. There's the boys having a swim in the background. On the way to the restaurant tonight, we're just dropping to see another auntie. And this is where we're having dinner tonight at Intan's brother's restaurant.
Are you sure?
It's Thursday morning on the way up to a waterfall, staying overnight up there, and on the way just stopping at a food store to get some whey, I think, and some egg. Driving through the jungle now, trying to find our containers to stay the night. So here we are, we've arrived at the destination in the middle of the jungle. Yeah, that could only call it off the grid, I think. And we're staying in a container. Unfortunately no water in the pool. No, this is where we're staying, one of these containers. This is the outside kitchen. You can see in the background the clock says it's about to strike 1 o'clock. Going up to level 3 to see the top of the falls. Oh, there's 1,000 stairs to climb, still climbing. And more steps. So after a 15-minute walk, this is where we come to a pool and a slide up the top. There's the boys, Potty's in the pool over there. Potty's going to have a go. There's Billy Boy and Zachy. All 3 of them. And there's my muscly Billy Boy. And it's 4 o'clock, we're heading back to our container cabin. And I won the prize for guessing the number of steps. There's actually 351 and I guessed 350 steps. Bill said it was only 350 steps, so I was smack on. Heading off for dinner, passing a herd of goats. Maybe one will be dinner. Next stop is the hot springs. Charge 50 cents Malaysian to park here. Good surprise. It's a pretty basic hot springs. Man coming out, wondering what I'm up to. So you can sit in the chair and sit in the hot springs. So you get a bucket of water, stick your big hairy leg in there. And how is it, Zachy, my big unit?
Hot.
He reckons it's hot. Here's Zachy. Look up. How hot is it, Harris?
Panas?
It's like a very hot bath, I can tell you. I've already put my foot in it. And if you ran a hot bath, it's hotter than you would normally run. Too hot for Bill, he's got to stand on the pedestal. Too hot for Harris, he can't walk across. How hot is it, Harris? Very hot. Like a very hot bath.
One of you,
So Harris reckons alright once you get used to it, but it's quite hot. And after travelling the back roads of Malaysia, and we're now stopping for dinner just after 6 o'clock, and we're having dinner at this Malaysian seafood restaurant. So we're starting with juice served in jugs. Harris has got his favourite ABC there.
No, that's chicken. Chicken.
Now this is a proper feast. Boys there enjoying it. And lamb just cooked up some satay for us. Very handy man he is. Having finished dinner, dropping off, Harris going to pray at the mosque with Lan. To do wudu first. It's just a local mosque, not too far from where we're staying. After dinner we're going to the top of the mountain for a view over KL. And there's the Twin Towers in the background. See, once the Abdul Hamid family turns up, there's no room for anyone else at the view. I got Omri down at my wearing the cap. Boys had to buy Fatima some trinkets at the trinket store. Oh, Bill bought Fatima some. Saturday morning we've driven about 10 minutes, found this little cafe for breakfast. Looks like the boys have been locked up. So back home to the container after breakfast. It's nearly 10 o'clock and we're off to the waterfall again. Harris having his first go on a motorbike.
Why you cry?
Back to the waterfall for a barbecue this morning. 11 o'clock in the morning. This is the lower section of the waterfall and we're just having our barbecue. Over here we booked some tables. There's Lan coming down. Here we are cooking up some lunch. Nim's in charge of the cooking. We're ably assisted by Boy. We left the Container Hotel just after 4 o'clock and now just stopping off for something to eat on the way to the hotel tonight, which is called One Avenue. Just getting some bananas and mangosteen. After getting lost shopping and not choosing somewhere to eat until they were ready to close, we ended up back at the hotel at One Avenue and they happened to have the World Cup soccer on. So back here having dinner at 10 o'clock at night. Sunday morning we've come out to Sherry's place, which is about 40-minute drive from the hotel. Suburbia. So Harris is not here and this is what he missed out.
Sherry. Imran. Sorry.